clang went the dick pics. Ding, ding, ding went my email. Oh my God, went my eyeballs. From the moment I saw it, it was hell. You're listening to Please Send Dick Pics.
With my high starch collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high up on my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and this bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings from the moment I saw it.
So I'm very happy.
Yo, 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 yo. Hey, everybody. This is April, and I have a special guest co-host today, Aisha Renee.
Hi, everyone.
And you're listening to
Please Send Dick Pics. I said, please send.
It's okay.
Can we start that over?
It's okay. This is the stage. We gotta go on.
Oh, okay, well, that works.
People will like this. It's
I
okay.
didn't know it was going to be, like, live. Here we go. Hey.
Oh, hey, yeah. I'm glad you came over. I know it was, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you so much. It is Mother's Day. This has been a nightmare.
And your house is full of people for some reason.
It's full of people who decided to show up that never show up, and they wanted to celebrate and eat, and I had things to do. So,
what are they making for food today?
They are not making anything. I'm actually the cook in my family, so they were expecting me
on Mother's Day to cook?
Yes, and matter of fact, when I get home, I'm going to have to cook.
What are you going to make?
I am going to do a seafood boil, so I'll have...
What is that? I'm vegan,
it's shrimp. It's shrimp. It's crab, red potatoes, onions.
That sounds good.
It's delicious. But since you're a vegan, then you don't eat none of that.
There's vegan fish? There's vegan everything.
How is there a vegan fish?
I don't know. It's made of like wheat protein probably. You know, just like they somehow do it. I don't know how they do it.
What fish do you want to eat made of wheat?
I don't know, but it tastes good. It tastes like fish, and I don't understand. Maybe they dunk it in seawater.
I don't want a wet goldfish cracker. Who wants that? Like,
well, that's not vegan, so it's got cheese. But
oh, Lord. You can't have cheese. You can't have nothing. Vegan people, I'm just saying, they're still gonna die. They're just gonna die healthy.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Yeah, I have this joke on stage where I'm like, they're like, what's wrong with this girl? Why'd she die? Like they do an autopsy. It says too healthy. She died of her health.
That's it. I won't. On the other hand, I am going out with a bang and with a rib sandwich.
Have you ever wanted to like die on a roller coaster?
You know, no. I almost died one time when I was 16 on a roller coaster because my ponytail flew off. I had one of those ones with the elastic string because I wear a lot of wigs and stuff like that. And I was on an actual roller coaster and my ponytail flew off. And yeah, when I got
wrapped
done,
around something? Or?
No, it flew off like the roller coaster was going so fast. It flung off into the crowd. And so, yeah, I never got my ponytail back either. I don't know who got it, who found it. I was so embarrassed I left the fair.
Was it at Disneyland?
No, it was actually at a fair in Louisiana that we had, and because that's where I'm from. I'm from Louisiana. So, yeah, it was during the Strawberry Festival. Lost my ponytail and never went back to another Strawberry Festival.
Strawberries are evil. Some people don't like them. Some people are allergic to strawberries. I love them, yeah.
Oh, are you able to eat them?
Yeah. I know a casting director who was like, she did one of those casting classes sort of thing, like how to find your type, and she's like, don't send me strawberries. And I'm like, whoa. She's like, I will choke. I'm like, oh. And then they look kind of similar, like the two casting directors. So I'm like, which one again was?
Who's going to die from eating the red radishes?
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Red radishes. They're so much better than radishes.
They are so much better.
I want to tell you, I was in Louisiana doing comedy last year, just like open mics in New Orleans, and I got food poisoning at a vegan hot dog place. Like it was a Calabasa. I don't know how to say that.
Calabasas?
No, that's
Calabasas.
It's California.
Oh, I'm like,
there's some. Like,
I'm knowing all. That's all the calas and the asses that I know.
There's some distinct Louisiana sausages that are there, but I think I had one that wasn't.
Boudin?
Maybe, yeah. But I had one that was like a K name, but I think it's not distinct for that area, but it's like kind of a rare.
Gotcha.
But I had a vegan version of that, and I got food poisoning, and I not like, but like out the butt.
So you did. You just out the butt, did you?
Yeah.
Just out the booty. There you go.
I think it grazed some because they sold meat. They sold meat sausages too, so I think it grazed something. But what's weird is Madame Laveau lives right next door, and I was like, did I get poisoned by the voodoo queen?
You got a voodoo queen, right?
I'm like, what did I do?
Everybody always asks me that. They're like, do you know voodoo? I wouldn't tell you if I did, but just know that if you can't leave your front door, it's because I took off your sock and I buried it in the front yard.
Is this? She's holding a doll unicorn right now, and like as she's
like
saying voodoo, she's like holding a doll with she has a pin in her hand, and I'm like, I don't know.
Your name is Solomon.
Who's a Solomon? All right,
she's like, I'm throwing this away when she leaves.
Well, as long as it's another name, I'll keep it.
She's like, okay, we'll rename him.
So let's see. Did you bring any? Well, we talked about Mother's Day. Did you bring a news article or anything that was like in the news that you want to talk about briefly?
Something that was in the news recently, actually, is this controversial statement that Kanye West made about slavery being a choice.
Yeah.
So that was the highlight of my week, watching all of the feeds and people talking about it. Some people saying they sided with him and said that he's going crazy, but they also said that that slavery was a choice. And then there's other people who believe that it was not. And so that has been fun to watch. That definitely, I have my opinion on it. I'm happy with whatever got me here. So if he said slavery was a choice and the only option was either death, in my opinion, death or live through it, I appreciate my ancestors for taking those licks for a player so I could get here, because if I would have never tasted a double stack in my life, I don't know where I would be. Holla.
Well, you got a point about it being the choice part, I guess, is if you die or live.
I think from his viewpoint, of course, you can only say so much in so many minutes. And a lot of things you can have is misconstrued. I don't think he meant like, oh, yeah, they just woke up and was like, you know what, I'm going to clock out of slavery today. I'm not really for it. Like, that's not what he meant. But he did mean that it was a choice in the fact that you can take what's happening to you or you can do something about it. And that rebel would have most definitely ended in death. If you rebelled, you got
caught
beat.
eventually.
Just think about it. If you ran away, they chopped off a foot. You know, those type of things. So when you say you have a choice, you have to think about the outcome of the choices that were made before you. Certainly for me to be present today, my family was a bunch of people who were not like, they wasn't quitters. They endured so I can get here.
I can tell because of your demeanor.
They endured so I can be here and, you know, asking people to please send me dick pics. So thank you.
The important thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Matumbo and Sojourner and Tobe and Kunta Kinte for getting me here so that I can be on this podcast and I can get some dick pics, because that's what I need in my life.
So by the way, her daughter's here, so this is cool. Moriah is here.
My daughter is here, and she's of course going to be quiet. She's doing puppet with all the things she can find on the floor. She is going to say it.
She's doing. She has eyeballs on her hand right now and doing puppet motions. So
that's the wonderful thing about doing stand-up comedy and being a parent. Sometimes you can't clock out of parenting. And I can't seem to clock out of comedy, so they mix a lot.
They're basically the same. They're all children.
That's it. And she's raised in a house full of penises, so she knows what dicks are. Her daddy got one, her brother's got one. You know,
that's why she's here.
That's why she's here. She was here because of one. Shout out to Sean D. Mills.
It was an immaculate conception, so.
You know, but none of that Jesus thing happening.
Jesus walks.
My mama was getting the D. It wasn't nothing immaculate about that. She was getting the D. My mom had me at 15. Oh. She was very young. Telling all her business. That's all right. Should be all right.
Mine was 19, which was above 18, so I guess that's good. Slightly.
I was married already at 19.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, I was married.
You know, I do, since you're talking about that, I want to go into that. That was one of my questions at the end, but let's mix up everything.
Sure, let's go with it.
Let's, segue into that. What do you think about marriage? What is your advice?
My advice is never to go into marriage with a plan. With do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Of what you will and will not do, what you won't tolerate.
That's conditional love.
Yes. Yeah. Go into it actually willing to love somebody. And when you go into marriage, it's never for you. You're marrying that person for them. Yeah. Not for them like who they are. You're marrying to make them happy. It's not about you. And if you get somebody who is vice versa, they know that they didn't marry you for themselves, they married you they married you because they wanted to make you happy, then it works. Because everything I said I wouldn't do, I've done. Everything I said I wouldn't tolerate, it's happened. And I am still here 16 years later.
Oh my
and
gosh.
still and I'm in a better place now. Of course, you think, oh, going through some stuff, I'm not going to do it. I've never been a quitter, see?
Yeah.
I've never been a quitter. So, yeah, with marriage, my best advice is never to go into it with a plan. Learn to love people because they are going to change. And you are going to change. Who I was at 19 years old when I got married is not who I am at 35. And he should be very happy about that. Otherwise, we'd still be eating Hamburger Helper.
Yeah. I see that. So what is he's changed as well, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Is he better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I think
good,
everybody
good,
gets better
good.
with time. He's now who I am today, the woman I am today, probably would not date him. In the present.
Okay.
Like, it's great that he grew up, where we grew up together and everything, because if I met him, if I was a single woman looking for a guy right now, he wouldn't have been the person that I would have chosen.
Yeah.
But he was the person that I needed.
Yeah.
So that was the blessing for me. I'm going to just be very honest. I am superficial sometimes, and all of these boys that's growing up now, they all got abs and nice tight booties and stuff. And my husband,
and implants, probably. Booty implants.
Yeah, I'm like,
Pec implants.
Right, they got better eyebrow arches than I do.
I know.
And so me, I would have been looking for the wrong thing. So
Just like a conditional thing.
Yeah,
like,
I got the right thing, the perfect thing for me by accident.
And I see him at your shows, and he's like
the
really
most
nice,
supportive person. He's super nice, super sweet, and he believes in me. He absolutely, positively believes in me, and so there is nothing that I can't do without him.
So I know you have these jokes about him on stage. If anyone who knows Aisha's comedy, she has these jokes about murdering him. So I got confused, and I'm like, but I see him helping her at the shows. He's very helpful at her shows, and I'm like, do you really want to murder him?
I do. It's all about that life insurance policy at this point. I've given him 16 years. I don't know how much longer he wants to be here.
Yeah.
But I do. I watch a lot of forensic scientist shows and stuff. And if we can get this over with, I can go on to my new plans with my next boyfriend because, he needs to go. But I say that, and he's right in the background just clapping and cheering and laughing.
Like, when I saw him, he's like filming your set. And I'm like, okay.
And a lot of people, they ask him, they're like, how do you have her as a wife? And he is so great because he's like, I know who you are when you get home. That's stage. Aisha Renee is somebody I concocted of all the alter egos that I wanted to be. You can't really be true. Aisha Renee in real life.
Yeah.
Aisha Renee would be fired. Aisha Renee would be in jail. Aisha Renee would have sexual assault charges. You can't be Aisha Renee in real life. But on that stage, I get to be. And then when I clock out,
away with
I'm
stuff.
mom. I'm the mom in the mom jeans and the capri pants and probably have like stains on my shirt and my wig is crooked. It's just... or forget a wig. Sometimes I have to wear my own hair and just, there is no makeup. There is nothing else. Thank you. So yeah, he's absolutely incredible. But if I would have met him in this time, he would not have been what I have chosen. He's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is about women. We want the bad guy, and I would have picked the wrong guy, and then I would have been miserable for the rest of my life.
Maybe it's to keep like the spark alive. I don't know. I'm not really into the mean guy.
He keeps me on my toes because he is sweet. Now when he has to be stern, he is. But he keeps me on my toes.
Oh,
and
good.
I couldn't have another person exactly like me. We would not work. We would have been divorced. If he was anything like me, we would have been divorced. So, no, he is definitely the whole other spinoff of me. And he's great. He is absolutely great. But at the same time, he can die soon. I mean, I've enjoyed it.
Well, like, things don't always last forever. Do you want to be that couple who's been together for 60 years, or is like 20 enough eventually? Like, you want to...
We're going into year 17. I am not going to look for anybody else. Like, that's not going to
It'd be like if you were apart, you'd just be single.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Being single's great. Like, I'm not going to lie.
And I'd be single, definitely. But, no, that's it. That is it. We're going to be, like, on the Notebook. We're going to die holding hands.
On the Titanic.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Look, we're gonna die together. Now
On a roller coaster.
On a roller coaster. And when I mean together, like if we're holding hands and I finally let go and let him fall wherever it is, off a cliff, whatever, you never know, whatever the Lord wants to do, then yeah, that's what's gonna happen. But we'll definitely be together on the last day. Like, my face will be the last thing he sees.
Holy shit. You're going to make sure, like, if he has a heart attack and he's about to die, you're going to rush to the hospital and be like, look at my face.
I'm going to be like, not today. Nope.
Okay.
Not if his stuff ain't cleaned up in the house, he can't die. Nope.
Like, you still have your socks everywhere. Like.
Or if it ain't a payday weekend, please don't die when it's not a payday weekend, because I don't know how we're going to do it. I'm not car washing for nobody.
Well, you have the life insurance.
Look, I'm going to claim him as missing. I'm not burying him. That's $5,000-$6,000 now to bury a person. I'm just going to put him in a little bag.
Is cremation cheaper?
Yeah, but I don't want to burn him up just in case God want to bring him back.
Oh, like cryogenic.
Yeah, him and Jesus is homies, so I never know. He might. What do you think, Moriah?
What do you think about your dad?
He's great.
He's great.
I've seen him a few times. It's true.
She said he's great. He eats your brother's cereal all the time, though, doesn't he?
No.
Oh, now you don't want to say it.
You know what my dad does a lot? Like, because I don't have any guy in my life, so I have nothing to compare him to. But my actual dad is like, whenever we'd have soda, the cheap 2-liter soda like Shasta or whatever, Coca-Cola was on sale. I swear we'd drink some throughout the week, and then my dad, like the whole week, he knows it's there. Yeah. He can have some, and at the end of the week, he's like, "Where's all the soda? Like, just drinking it all."
Oh,
and I'm just like, oh my God, like you've had like a week or two to drink this, and you suddenly, like when things are gone, it was like, what the heck? And like cereal's almost gone. I was like, I just bought this. And we're like, we bought it like a month ago.
Yes, he does that.
Happen?
Yes. He definitely does that. He does that with chips. No, he's a Libra. I'm a Leo.
Okay, no, you're fine. The girls are fine. But my dad was like Michael Scott from The Office, but like the bad parts of him, because they're born the same like month. I've said this on my other podcast. Born the same August 16th, 1962. Like
August 16th, I'm the 14th.
Oh my God.
Yay!
1962. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm 82. I'm an 80s baby.
Oh, I love 82 people. Those are my favorite people. So let's see. I was going to bring up a funny article. So Pizza Hut announced that they're going to do pizza and beer delivery. And I'm like, they just announced it's going to be for California and Arizona. I want to know what you think about that, because I think that sounds like there's women who like beer and pizza. Do you?
I'm not a beer drinker at all.
Okay.
But I like pizza.
It sounds like it's a Father's Day thing more than, I'm thinking like, what could Pizza Hut do for Mother's Day? Like pizza and a manicure.
I guess they're just trying to say like mom won't have to cook. But if I don't have to cook, I definitely don't want to eat pizza.
No.
Because pizza is my saving grace when I'm in a rush. Like if I'm on the go, I have 4 children total. So for me, pizza is that like saving grace. Like you can't cook, it has to be fast, and it has a bread, it has meat, it has cheese.
Some vegetables.
Like maybe. You start thinking of food groups and stuff like that. You're like, all right, good. It has grease there, fine, all of it. But for Mother's Day, I think we want something a little. Just step it up.
Maybe some flowers, pizza and flowers.
I don't even,
flowers I don't really have. I mean,
I like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a flower person.
Yeah, I don't like watching them die. Like, if they're nice, and it's like, oh, all that money, like,
like, and then they want to charge $30,000 for it, and for one day. So I like them when I get them. I never turn flowers down. I love them in that aspect, but I never go out and I'm like, I want some flowers.
I might smell them, and I'm like, $5? Nah.
Like,
Sprouts. I'm like,
I'll get a flower scented body spray or something. Like,
that lasts longer. That's forever,
right?
If you don't scrub yourself enough, then it'll last.
Right.
And there's this other thing. I don't know. I don't think your husband is balding. Is he bald?
Oh, girl.
He is bald. I can't. Yes, he is, right?
My husband has a receding hairline he didn't have since he was 17 years old.
And you still married him?
Yes. Yes, because I've known him since 7th grade. We actually met in middle school.
Holy
so, he has been receding. And the worst thing is men who are receding that don't know how to let it go. Mm-hmm. He wears a lot of hats, but his hair still grows on the sides and stuff. And sometimes because he wears hats all the time, he doesn't think to shave. And then it's like at the worst times, like I'll have a comedy show And I'm like, you are not going with me looking like George Jefferson. So, like, oh gosh. Yes, he is definitely balding. And when he shaves his head off, he is the hottest little milk dud in the world. So, but yes, definitely.
He's a milk dud. That's a good candy.
Oh, yes.
I was going to ask you your favorite candy.
Yes.
Well, they're going to do they have a shampoo that has like brittle bones in it and it triggers hair growth.
We don't want that.
And it used to treat bone disease, but it didn't work. So like, well, let's put it.
Let's put it on your scalp. No, that sounds.
There's pictures of it working.
But what do you mean? What do you mean? It has bones, or it treated bones?
I think that's what I was confused about. I didn't read the whole article. I'm gonna be honest.
Because if it has bones in it, that's a little suspect.
It's a little not vegan. It's not vegan.
Who's killing people to put it in shampoo? Like, I need to question their motives. Like, somebody been killing somebody.
Who's time traveling to the Holocaust and bringing back bones?
Who in the heck is stealing people and chopping them up to make shampoo? Now that is different right there. If that's the only thing you could think of when you kidnap a person, you know what? I'm gonna make a good bottle of shampoo out of you. No, I don't think we.
I get the life insurance and I get to make a shampoo out of you and sell it.
That's what I'm gonna tell him.
Whose husband died to invent that?
Right? I'm gonna tell him. I say, you know what I'm gonna do with the rest of you? I'm gonna turn you into a bottle of shampoo. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm thinking when I hear brittle bones, I think of old people or babies.
Right. Somebody who does not drink milk at all, just no milk, not the good milk, not 2%, not soy, not
almond. Just they don't want calcium. They don't take any supplements.
Brittle bones. No.
It's so creepy. It's like an Halloween article.
For real.
Like a subtle tales
from
the crypt.
Blow, they just fall to the ground. Like,
oh wait, put in the shampoo. The stuffing into a bottle.
There you go. Yeah. Right there.
Like shake it up. Like just anyway. So these are just weird articles that I found. There's this. Oh, you probably heard about this. There's a woman who's a stalker. She sent a man 65,000 texts over the span of a month, I think. And she was traveling from Florida to Arizona. They went on like one date or by phone or I don't know. And she wanted to meet him. She was found in his bathtub, and she wanted to bathe in his blood. And she said, I don't intend to kill him. But yet she had like a butcher knife on her passenger seat. So she said a lot of contradicting things. She said the butcher knife was to like protect herself as she's traveling on the I-10 from Florida.
To protect yourself, you brought a butcher knife.
Yeah, like
all the other things that you could have.
Dagger.
How about you just put on your seatbelt?
Yeah.
You're traveling in a car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think she means if she goes to like a Circle K or they don't have Circle K's, but if she goes to like if someone's attacking her, on when she's out.
What happened to guns? Like, you need something fast. Do you know how long it takes to really harm somebody with a knife? Like, you
have to get up to them.
Yeah, you have to get on them. You got to slice them. They got to bleed out. You got to hit the right place. If you have a knife and you hit the wrong part of the bone, it's actually going to hurt your wrist. You risk cutting yourself. I told you I watch a lot of TV. Yeah. Knives are not the first pick in order to kill somebody. I'm just saying. She should have thought harder about that. She should have did her research.
Even a taser's better if you can afford it.
Yes, a taser.
Like
you get you some of that stuff and put it over their nose, make them fall out. But if you just gonna have a knife in it, like, did she have a set of knives or just one?
Apparently, just one big.
Oh, she knew. She was confident. She's
knew. Like, she could have just said she was a chef. That would make.
Like, she could have just said, you know what, it's my knife, but not have given that excuse.
She could have had her name engraved in it. She's like, it's from my mom. I'm giving it to her for Mother's Day. Bye, Mom. You're not going to live past Mother's Day. It's kind of like when somebody... There was something a few weeks ago on my podcast I talked about where a lady had, like, cocaine in her purse in Chicago, and the police stopped, they found it. And she's like, oh, this bag of cocaine, it flew in there. It must have been a windy day.
Now, see, that is just as stupid as the knife. But what she did in that case is she said that it wasn't hers. So she had no ownership of it.
The wind.
Like, the wind brought it in.
It's gone with the wind.
Now the defense has to prove that wind cannot blow cocaine in.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they're going to really be analyzing that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let's do some tests.
Yeah, in court, they'll definitely do that. They will definitely do that. But with the knife, she already claimed ownership. She said it was hers. She just was using it for protection. So now she
owns it.
Now she owns it.
That's a good point.
But the other chick, she said, I don't know where that came from. That blew in the car.
That's into my purse.
It's not my own. I don't know whose that is. Now prove that it didn't.
Always say it's... So...
Never accept ownership of anything they try to do.
Because then they'll try to prove that you own it.
Well, once you say that you had it or had possession of it, you admit all the guilt that they're going to put on you with it.
Holy crap. We're learning a lot.
I watch
Damn.
a lot of TV. I watch a lot of How to Get Away with Murder.
Is that why people say drugs aren't theirs? Like, obviously, that might be why.
You know it's not yours, but the moment you say, well, yeah, but only some of it was mine. Or
then it's yours.
You know what I'm saying? Or you say, yeah, I knew the person who had the gun.
That's still
had the drugs
ownership.
it's still accessory.
She doesn't own the wind.
No, you don't own the wind, okay? You ain't Pocahontas. You ain't painting with all the colors of the wind. Nope. You can't claim the win. That's Dr. Jesus. That's all his win. I ain't had
Speaking of Pocahontas, I used to swim at a babysitter's. I don't know if you ever did this. Did you ever, like, I still imitate things like Judy Garland or whoever. All the girls at this pool, at this, like, babysitter pool, where I got really tan, like, Mexican tan. Now I'm trying to,
And I can see your complexion, so you were out there for a while.
Yeah, I was dark. I was, like, just so gold. Like, I was like this, but dark, just,
oh my gosh, you were a little gold in there.
Yeah.
You were a little gold and a little suntan.
But I remember when Pocahontas came out, like, we were all in the pool being mermaids or whatever, but we'd also, like, try to be her, and we'd all, like, dip our hair.
Yes.
And then, like,
do the
the colors of the wind.
Yes.
Did you do that too?
I did. But I had weave, so you can't be flinging that in the pool.
Yeah,
Black girls we don't get our hair wet.
Because like once it's done, you just I mean,
we're not
all the work to get it done. I watch a lot of Instagram videos with a lot of frizzy hair.
Too much work. It's too much work. We wasn't getting in that water, but if you did, that was epic.
Yeah.
You did that hair flip.
Yeah,
you did that.
It was kind of like doing this where you just kind of sweep your hair to get the water away. But, like, doing this, you'd still get water on yourself.
It was nothing like what they put in the movie. It wasn't magical at all. It wasn't magical.
The water flick was away because it's so long. I love that movie. But not as much as, like, I love Lion King and Aladdin way more because I probably saw it way more. Or Mermaid, Little Mermaid. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else. Any other... what do you think about this? The Trump-Korea thing. He said that he's going to meet with Kim on June 12th in Singapore at the Starbucks in downtown at 1 p.m.
So you're going to tell us everything. You won't even tell us the stuff that we have questions to that you can provide for us, but you're going to give us all the coordinates. You're going to tell us, Starbucks? Really? Really? You're the president of the United States.
I made that part up.
That's the best you can do is a Starbucks? Like, what if he's a Dutch Brothers type man? Like, what, we're going to be at Starbucks. Now you're going to tell the whole world that this is where you're going to be at this point in time. Come on now. That man
well, for the record, I added the Starbucks part, but I thought that saying June 12th Singapore was too specific.
It's very specific.
You can blow up that whole city.
Yeah,
or
it'll be gone.
Yeah.
It'll be gone. If you want it gone, it'll be gone. So,
yeah.
I don't know why he says some of the things he says. We'll see. The day will come.
Maybe he's like, I'm doing it. It's just happening. Maybe that's what he's like, this is proof.
He want to do something better for me. Tell me when you leaving. When you exiting. Tell me the date and time you're exiting the building.
He wants a Nobel Prize. I think
Nobel Johnson. I know a Nobel Johnson. She live in the hood. That's what you want? That's the prize?
You want her?
She ain't got 3 teeth in the front.
Scandal.
She ain't got 3 teeth in the front. But if you just want a Nobel, because you're not getting no Nobel Prize, we ain't giving you that. No, you can't have everything.
What do you think about Dennis Rodman getting the Nobel Prize? Because he kind of started this communication with Kim.
Oh God,
they're all freaks.
Is he even human anymore?
They're all like,
oh God, we been
parodies.
Black people been gave him to white people. Like he don't even belong. We been released him from he lost his card a long time
is RuPaul still black?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Good.
RuPaul is our boy Beyonce. Yes,
okay,
he
good.
is. Oh, we love some Ru, baby.
I like Ru.
I love RuPaul.
But Dennis,
No, y'all can have his ass. Nope. We shipped him off with no return address.
That's why he went to North Korea.
Whoever got him, we happy that you have him. Keep him, he yours. We don't want him.
He lives in a basketball.
In a basketball that's in the sea. That's been swallowed by a tuna. That's where he lives.
It's a new show coming out. It's like SpongeBob, but it's Sponge Rodman.
Oh gosh. You love SpongeBob?
I just ruined it. So do you have a dick of the week? And this is like something maybe bad that happened that kind of made you mad that you kind of want to talk about.
Oh gosh, everything makes me mad.
Yeah.
didn't, but I mean, everything kind of makes me mad. Do you want something personal or something that we saw?
Whatever is on your mind. Whatever you want to. Give me both.
Okay, so I'm a Lyft driver.
Okay.
During the day, and something that made me mad is I have the rental car program where you can rent the car so you don't have to drive your own.
Oh, great.
And you can keep the car for about 27 days before you have to return it and get it maintenance. And I went on a Monday to get my car maintenance, and it needed an oil change that they pay for, and they do. But I needed my contract renewed. They gave me the keys so that I can drive the car the next day and get it renewed, but they didn't actually do the contract. So 2 days later, I started getting these text messages like, you're late returning your rental. We need to know the whereabouts and all of this other stuff. And I live 35 minutes away from the place that I had already went to 2 days in a row.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. I was mad because they also shut off my app so I couldn't drive anymore until I brought them the car back or, finished, squared up the situation.
You can't do anything.
So I couldn't do anything. So I was sitting here with a nice car and couldn't make any money. So they pissed me off. But then what made it better is when I got there, everything got straightened out and they gave me my contract and everything because I wasn't in the wrong at all. And so it did have a happy ending because now I can drive. I just didn't because I've been going to concerts and stuff all week. So, yeah.
Oh, well, shout out to Lyft.
Yes, shout out to Lyft. You almost got cussed out. Well, they did. I sent an email. But, we ain't going to talk about that. We good now.
I'm glad it worked out. Because I thought about doing that or Grubhub or...
I love Lyft. My friend, she does Grubhub, and she likes it a lot.
Is it
too.
August?
Yep. August,
okay, yeah.
Comedian August O'Neill. Shout out to you. Yeah, she does Grubhub, and she loves it. She loves it.
She was telling me to do it, yeah.
Yeah. She makes good money doing it. I just never got into it. I'd rather just pick up people and put them in my car and take them somewhere.
You can talk to them, or if they don't want to talk. Do you have people who don't want to talk ever?
Yes.
I mean, if they're busy, if they're stressed.
I hate people that are quiet for no reason, like they scared of people. Why did you call me? Because I'm going to talk to you. Yeah. But then again, I also talk to everybody that gets in my car. I at least say hey. And if they look like they don't want to talk, I'm that Lyft driver. I don't bother you.
Yeah.
And I have excellent ratings and everything else, so I must be doing a good job because I'm not going to harass you. I hate the ones that get in the car and ask me to do comedy though.
Oh, if you even don't even mention it,
my
right?
God, just it's on my profile and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they'll be like, "Oh, you're a stand-up comedian," and they're like, "Do a joke," and I'm like, "I'm not at work right now. Why would I just tell you a joke? You're the joke. You're 54 years old and you don't have a car. You're the joke. There you go." How about that? And then they don't want to talk to me no more. But see,
after you say that, they're like,
I'm like, well, there you go. Did you laugh? No, the shit wasn't funny. So don't bother me.
Have you had someone say it wasn't funny?
Oh no.
Okay, good.
They laugh.
Jeez, I hope
I'm
not.
like, it's a job. I say, you know what's funny? If I put you out this car because you asking me to do 2 jobs in one, Lyft is not asking me to entertain you. They ask me to get you here safely. Now, do you want to get out the car in this hot ass heat? Then shut up.
Have you found any good connections driving? Like anybody, that...
I've actually made fans.
Good. Yeah.
While I've driven, I've been talking to them, and of course, I'll make them laugh. So I had one gentleman. I dropped him off at home, and I was like, "Yeah, I got to get ready for a show," because he asked me why I was dressed so nice and everything. I told him I was driving before a show. He actually caught another Lyft back to my show and brought all the people that was in his house. He brought all of them to my show.
Oh, that's awesome.
And when they walked in, he's like, "Hey, Aisha," and I'm like, "What in the hell?"
You didn't know that was.
I didn't know it was him because,
everybody.
of course, I'm driving looking forward, but I remembered his voice.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, you said you were coming over here, and so we just wanted to check you out." And he's been a fan ever since, and that was about a year and a half ago.
Wow.
So that was.
Do you want to shout out to him?
No.
Okay,
he
cool.
Probably ain't gonna want me to say his name.
Okay, cool.
He got one of them good corporate jobs, girl.
Oh shoot.
But he know who he is. He my boo thing.
So my dick of the week is, this is just really simple. I'm applying for just some assistance from the state or whatever, and I am so close to I didn't know you had to make a certain amount. I've gotten food stamps before, but
aren't they delightful?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
They're so great.
They're
so
delightful.
My fridge was so full. But I applied for help with rent or something, and I'm less than 2,000 away from hitting for my tax return. The previous year, I'm 2,000 away from qualifying. So I'm like, Anyways, that's mine.
You better look. We'll talk about the illegal stuff after the podcast.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I've been living this struggle. I'll tell you, look, what? You need 2,000? Okay. You better start writing some of this comedy stuff down.
I mean, I have a lot of, you mean like write-offs or like, yeah, I have that.
Oh, you have all that you need? You just need more income showing?
Yeah. So I think my write-offs brought my income down.
Got you.
Or something.
Yeah, don't write nothing else up. You tell them you don't make no money.
Yeah. I didn't know that would, backfire. Because it's like, oh, you make no money, you don't qualify. It's like, what?
You got a working vagina, you better pop out a kid.
Oh, shoot. Well, do you get more money back for having a kid? But you spend more money.
Yeah, you spend more money, but if you don't like your kids like I don't, then you don't spend that much. You just keep having them so you can get all of
You put them on fish sticks, grass, and...
Right? Right, and your kids going to eat even less. They don't even have to eat, because y'all don't eat real food. Y'all be eating all of that paper mache and stuff.
Yes. Also, vegetables are cheaper than meat.
Yes, they are, and they're delicious.
Can feed them rocks.
Oh my gosh, do you eat the cauliflower? You said
I like cauliflower. I like
love
rice cauliflower because it looks like rice, like when you like saute it in peanut, like Thai sauce. And then I like mashed cauliflower.
I love mashed cauliflower. What do you eat as a vegan? What do you do? Just sit around and lick the salt from your hand? What do you do?
The salt helps. I don't have any salt here.
I'm hungry right now for you because you don't like, how do you not eat things and chew them with your mouth and swallow them?
Oh, I'm on a liquid diet. No, just kidding.
Oh,
I can tell you what I eat. I eat like black bean tacos. I eat a lot of vegan mac and cheese with broccoli in it and cauliflower.
There's no cheese in it.
I'll get you the my friend Kira brought over she's also vegan. She lives like shout out to Kira Lewis. She lives 2 places down from me. And she brought over, she's vegan. She's a tweaker. Or not, is a tweaker a person who smokes weed? I hope I said that right. I don't know the drug talk.
Why the hell I know the drug talk?
Okay, I don't know. We also have Moriah here.
Girl, I'm her mama. They ain't nothing she ain't heard.
Okay.
I live in the real world. My kids know everything. They know everything because what I don't want to do as a parent is ever have them learn something from somebody else.
They're like, what?
I tell them everything. And sometimes it's appropriate and most times it's not. So most of the time I am highly inappropriate because I don't want anybody to just feed my kids anything. And I talk to them from the time they can comprehend about everything. Like even when I said, shoot, she knows about dicks. Her daddy got one, her brother's got one. When we started learning about her body, okay, they have something different. That should never touch you. Should never be around you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I talk to her, like I don't want anything to happen to her or fall right into her lap. Yeah. And she don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So no, my kid, no. Girl.
That's the kind of parent I want to be. If I
drugs,
did.
I'll be like, look here. Especially with drugs, I'll be like, don't eat nothing that has this little symbol on it. Now for her, I say symbol. But I'll be like, don't y'all eat my brownies, them not yours. Don't you drink this juice that got the symbol on it, okay? It looks like a fern. Don't touch that. Well, girl, we've been talking about drugs.
It's not a park plant. It's not a plant at the park.
Right? That's mommy stuff. Don't touch it.
Well, I was going to show you the vegan cheese. She made one that was made of like gold potatoes and a bunch of stuff and like salt and pepper, and it tasted like queso. And I'm like, how are you making this?
Really?
Yeah. But I'll show you the other one I bought. I'll get really quick.
I'm such a foodie that I eat everything and like everything. I just don't know how I could not have meat. I like meat. You have some of the coolest stuff in your house.
Oh, thank you.
I wish people could see it. You have like the coolest stuff ever.
So much. So here's this. It's the best vegan block cheese. It's by Daya. That's what's in it. I mean, it tastes really good. It tastes like vegan. It tastes like cheddar. So.
It smells like cheese.
I know.
It actually smells like cheese.
I don't like their shredded version. I think it's a different consistency, but I like this. And I melt it down into
it's pretty.
Yeah.
Pea protein. Okay.
There's always pea protein. I feel like.
Now, what made you decide to be a vegan?
Well, I think I was just always health conscious when I was younger. Like, when I was younger, I had, like, a EKG done.
Okay.
Just because I was like, I might be having a heart attack, but I wasn't. And I worked out a lot at school and track. Not really a sports person, but I did badminton.
I wish you guys could have seen her arm when she just imitated herself.
Little flick of the arm, like, that's all the effort you need. I think I did. My family has cancer in their history. Like,
Gotcha.
your family always has something.
Yep.
Like,
It rolls down.
Or like one person had diabetes. Not a lot of diabetes, but I could still get that, I guess.
I have it.
Oh, you
have
do?
It. And the funny thing about it is people think, oh, it's because you don't eat right and all of this
then
kind
people,
of stuff.
like skinny people have it too.
Skinny people have it. It's not a fat people disease. It's not that you always eat stuff that's incorrect. It's about what is in your genetics, basically.
Okay.
That's why it's very important to take care of yourself because you never know what consequences you're going to give
Like
to
how
other
you
people.
process sugar is all it is, right?
Right. But the thing is the first thing your doctor asks you when you go in and you fill out your forms, they ask you your medical history. The reason they do that is, and they ask you your family history, not just yours, but your family, because what happens before you definitely affects where you're going to be right now. If you have a history of heart disease and diabetes and everything else, I was a diabetic when I had Moriah.
Okay.
I had gestational diabetes, and then it turned into diabetes.
So is that temporary diabetes?
Yeah.
Gestational? Okay.
Yeah, gestational. You're supposed to get it when you're pregnant, and they had me on insulin, and I was giving myself shots and everything while I was pregnant. She came out, they told me she was going to be like 12 pounds. Moriah came out 5 pounds. Yeah, I was devastated because it was all me. So I was really pissed.
Were you thinking she wasn't going to make it?
Well, they had me feeling that way, and then come to find out she was perfect. Like, nothing was wrong with her. And then
She's gotta catch up.
about a year later, they were like, okay, you're the one that's diabetic. But I was never treated for it. They were having me treat her. And it was me. And it was just weird. It was so confusing. But there she is.
She is, hey. She's so cute. Okay.
But those effects and everything else can still come back to haunt her. I'm a diabetic. My grandmother was diabetic. My mom, she don't want to claim it, but I know she don't want to tell me.
Is she is your mom like diabetic? She just doesn't tell you? Like she's probably treating it, or?
No, she's not treating it. She eats way better than me and exercises and does stuff like that. But again, it doesn't matter. You could be thin as a cracker and still be diabetic. And then there's some cases where people are born with it. So that's a whole there's
Which
so
you
many
thought
other,
she was. Like,
I thought she was gonna be type 1, and I'm like, no, she's not. She wasn't born with it at all, and I still have to do finger pokes sometimes, and they check her all the time because she definitely, according to medical science, was supposed to be diabetic.
Oh crap!
And ain't nothing wrong with it.
I like when the doctors are wrong though. Like
I
all
love
those
it.
stories. Like
I love
the stories.
I love it. Like, you don't know your job, but then at the same time, I'm like, thank goodness.
Are they being cautious? Maybe just being overly cautious. Is that the whole thing? Is like.
I think
They're going by like records of other people, maybe.
Or what the social norm, or not social, but what the medical norm is.
Yeah,
it's always A plus B equals C, and with medicine and science and stuff like that, even with life now, there is no A plus B, equals C.
I love when I'm wrong about
1
people.
plus 2 equals 3, because certainly you can't add letters unless you're doing some weird math that I never graduated from.
Yeah, I don't like that. I was okay at it, but
I think sucked.
Were your parents good at math?
Oh yeah, my dad's an electrical engineer.
Oh my god, mine too.
Oh my god,
I really don't want to high five you for that because it's annoying.
Yes,
but
no,
they majored in math. Was basically.
My dad has, I think, 3 master's degree. My mom has 2. My mom's she's a teacher, but she has like a master's in science and stuff like that. Like, everybody in my family...
Not performance.
Yeah, everybody in my family has, like, great jobs. My sister, she's younger than me by 12 years. Mm-hmm. She's a forensic scientist.
She is the shows you watch.
Yes. My other sister, her graduation was actually this weekend. She just graduated from law school.
Oh, that's hard to get through, right?
Yeah, I'm still going to always be the kid that's borrowing $20 from her parents.
You feel like the black sheep?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. I am the trial period kid. And... again, I'm an entertainer, so once I make that money, I'm going to surpass all of them anyway. So I'm like, it's just a matter of time. You guys went to college for nothing, because when I get to work, you ain't going to have to work.
They're the safe route.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's not... Did they go into a lot of debt to get scholarships, or...?
No. My sisters, we all made straight A's in school. Yeah. All of us, even me. School wasn't my thing. I was a teacher for 6 years. Yeah. But it's just not my thing. I like comedy. I like making people laugh. I love entertainment, whether it's singing, whether it's performing on stage doing comedy or stage plays. I do all of that. So musicals, I do all of that. And that's where I'm happiest, and that's where I'm staying. At 35, I am not about to do what I don't feel like doing.
That's true. That's right.
I'm just not. I'm not.
Well, so you told me your favorite musical that you were in was Hairspray?
My favorite musical I was in was Hairspray, yes.
Do you have a favorite musical you haven't been in? Or that you want to be in? You're like, if I could just... Or maybe one you want to be in, but you're like, oh, that's nice.
I would love to be in not Hairspray, Dreamgirls.
Oh yeah.
But it's like that one role that I would want, that I would be terrified to have. The two
too much responsibility.
Yeah, I would want Effie, and that would be the ultimate thing. But it's the one thing I'm scared of. Yeah, it's very intimidating.
It's the thing you should do. Has that been in the Valley? They haven't done it in the Valley.
Yeah, they've done it a few times.
Okay.
But
have you auditioned for those? Or
nope.
Like, really? It's that deep that you're like, I'm not going to show up.
The 2 stage plays that I have done, I have not auditioned for them. Somebody found me on social media and was like, hey, would you like to come? And we're just going to see if you would do well with the part. The first one was Smokey Joe's Cafe, and I got a lead part in that. And then I got Hairspray, and I got to be Motormouth Maybelle. And so I love that. Both plays I got just off of being on social media and being outgoing and everything else. And I can actually sing. So that's helpful. It's helpful, but I never market it because I can sing. It's not what I want to do.
I was thinking, you're not trained, are you at all? Okay, that's great. Because you're very Judy Garland. She was not trained.
No, she was not. But I love her to death. And like I said, I love Judy Garland.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My favorite musical from her is Meet Me in St. Louis, though.
Yeah. I love
that one.
I love the clang, clang, clang with the trolley.
Yep.
I like that one.
Clang,
I like her hair.
Her
hair is
trolley. Different. Bang, bang, bang.
With the bell.
Stop with my heartstrings. Oh, my God, I love her. I just love her. I won't sing for real.
She is our lives. Like, she is what we're living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she
her
had
hair was
kids
always
like
on
you do.
point. Her hair was always on point.
Yeah, those freaking curlers. Somebody said, I was seeing an interview with, like, Lauren Bacall or something about Judy Garland. Mm-hmm. It says they got their hair done in the morning, like, washed, curled. And then they had body makeup. And I'm like, what's this body makeup? Is that why they look so perfect? Because, like, I have, like, just imperfections. Like, you're good.
Mm-hmm,
but,
girl.
Okay.
I got them.
You got freckles?
I have freckles on my face, actually.
Okay, Sam. Okay.
I have them. I have them everywhere.
I'm thinking body makeup. They're like, I'm thinking full body makeup, like for some reason. But I think maybe they just mean that. Maybe they call
Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Being on stage, doing the stage plays, like just to make it even out and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll put it down our neck. And if you had tattoos now, of course, they probably wasn't doing that then because they weren't marking their bodies the way we are now. But yeah, all of this like dark spots right here, you just throw a little makeup on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
And they do that now. Everybody does it now. I'm surprised we're not just spray painting our bodies before we leave out. Just in the shower, have a whole nother set and like
whole nother shower
body
head.
spray and just put it, put your skin tone on and color
that.
it. That would actually be dope.
That would be different.
That would be dope. Actually,
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna be, I'd be a couple of shades darker if I could.
We'd be Instagram models.
Yep.
That looks like when the Instagram people do their makeup. It looks like they just like got. Like sprayed.
I don't know how they do it. They all look like they were like kissed by the sun. It sucks.
And their eyebrows.
Yes. What is that?
Is it even? It's not real. But like, is it real? It looks too good.
Oh my gosh! And even the guys look good.
Yeah, that's too. Yeah.
I'm like, when did guys start looking better than girls? Having me feeling like
we're not girls,
right? I'm like, maybe I should arch my eyebrows. Like, stop it, fellas. Stop it. I just want to be a woman without having all of this pressure.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy who had did you see the guy with the yearbook photo? I gotta find it. He has a yearbook photo that's crappy, like just a regular guy. And then the next year for a senior photo, he did his makeup and his eyebrows and everything. And he looks really good. I was going to try to find it. I can show you.
See, I like it. I have no problem with men wearing makeup. Just show me how to do the arch on my eyebrow.
Yeah, and the highlight above the eyebrow.
I love it.
I'll show you that after. But I forgot his name. Who's your celebrity dick of the week?
Oh, do I tell you?
Yeah, just describe it, and I'll just try to guess.
Okay, this person is English.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. There's so many English people.
Or he speaks English. You never know.
That's a big difference, Aisha. That just opened the door wide open. It could be anybody.
He's English, and he's a comedian.
Oh, crap. Is it Eddie Izzard? Just kidding. That's not even... I'm thinking of a dick name. Any other things that would kind of give it away?
Let's see. He's an actor, so we know he has an English accent.
Was he in Harry Potter?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I never watched that. I always pretended when my kids were watching that. I'd be like, oh yeah.
What? Have you read the books?
Girl, I ain't about to read that shit. No.
I can't believe I said the same thing, and then I got hooked. I never read series because it's like a bunch of pages. Anyways,
I don't know if he
really
was on. Yeah, I don't know if he was on Harry Potter. Let's see what else. I believe that he has a partner.
Oh, so he's of that. He loves men. Okay.
I hope he do. If not, I'm just telling.
I might be trying to. I'm gonna Google all your description words.
Put his look.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
Shoot.
He's an actor.
Is he dead?
He's on Netflix. Nope. He has a Netflix. He did a whole year of touring.
Oh,
and
God.
now he's on Netflix.
Oh, I'm trying to look it up. I'm actually trying to Google this right now. I'm probably not gonna find him. Is there
His Netflix show is called Humanity.
Okay, hold on. I don't know a lot of Netflix shows.
I stumped you! Yay!
Yeah.
And then watch you be like, this name doesn't qualify.
He used to have a show called Extras. Ricky Gervais.
Yay! Ding, ding, ding! Winner!
I think he's married to a woman.
It said partner.
I know it says partner, but it doesn't always mean it's a guy.
See, that's why I didn't want to say. It said partner. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's like a universal term. That throws me too. I'm like,
so now we're partners? Okay.
Yeah, like we're not married? Like what? Okay.
I want Sean to change his Facebook status to say his partner in life, and see don't all the church folks call him. Like, wait a minute, what you doing?
Okay, mine's kind of boring, actually. Like, I don't know if he's done a lot. There's some interesting things about him. I don't know if you'll be able to guess it. But I'll say the things that, at first, that, like...
stand out?
That don't really stand out. I'll end with the ones that stand out.
Okay.
So he has Conan O'Brien's birthday. He's an actor. He was in a theater group at MIT called The Drama Shop. And I'm like, I didn't know he went to MIT. That's crazy. That's like, the Harvard of technical school. Yeah.
No, I got a son that's gifted. I know.
Oh, yeah. Is it Malachi who's going to go there?
Malachi,
okay, yeah. He participated in a lot of poker tournaments, I'm assuming on TV, as probably a celebrity poker guest or something. He played the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous in a movie called My Name is Bill, W. I never knew that, so that's not going to give it away. This is really interesting. He was on a flight a month before 9/11 with the 4 hijackers. And they were acting really strange, not eating anything. They weren't talking. They're acting very, just distant, just suspicious. And he just thought it was weird. And I think he reported it, and the police were like, all right, thanks for reporting it. And here's something that should give it away. He is the name of the high school in Family Guy.
I don't know the high school in Family
It's okay.
Guy. Is he a Woods?
Yeah. That's his last name. You got the J.
James?
Yeah. Yes, that's good. Yay.
Come on, James.
He's kind of I'm reading a lot about him. He's kind of boring. He's very except for those things.
He's is it melancholy? What's the word?
Mellow? I don't know. Just I don't know.
What is the monotone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. He's maybe a little inflection here and there. Maybe when he sees the hijackers, he's like, oh, no.
Yeah, that's it. It goes from,
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
He's always he's always playing other people in films. He's always playing, somebody else.
And when somebody finally has to play him for his Lifetime movie, we ain't gonna know who the hell he was, because he was everybody else.
Yeah.
He was everybody else.
He's on every Lifetime movie about whoever. Just kidding.
Right?
I had a question for you about I'm gonna go into just questions about you now more. When did you know you wanted to do comedy, and who's your favorite comedian, or what situation inspired you?
My favorite comedian. I have 2.
Okay.
My favorite 2 comedians are Jamie Foxx and Monique. Those are my two favorites. Monique more so because I'm a full-figured woman and I saw myself when I saw her.
Yeah.
And she's funny. She's brilliant and talented. Jamie Foxx more so because he was the full package and is the full package. He can sing, he can act, he just does it
silly.
all. And he's the one I identify most with, although I look like Monique, I am a Jamie Foxx. I can sing and do all the other things, and that comedy is what started for him, but it's not where it's ended. He has albums now, he's in movies, and I can see myself going far beyond comedy, which is what I want to do anyway.
Yeah.
This was just that door for me.
All of his family lives with him?
No, not my family, no. You see, I left my family to come here. I was like, girl, please give me 5 more minutes. I'm trying to leave out the door now. My family, I want a Kennedy compound, though, like where everybody could have houses like on the same area, but no, you can't live in the house with me. Absolutely not.
I would need a break. I like this.
I don't even like people like that. I barely like Sean like that, so it's just nope.
Like, if you guys could live separately, you would? Do you have separate beds? Do you have...
No, girl, he is on my hip like a newborn baby. Sean would not make it without me. And then the funny part is I'm the same way, girl. Where's my husband? Where
is he? Like,
where's my baby? So yeah, I be playing like he always bothering me, but it's actually me. I'm attached to. He grew on me, and now it's like, okay, where are you? And now he's like, please leave me alone. So it reversed. Where he was like the Pepe Le Pew at first, and now I'm Pepe Le Pew. And that's why I said,
love Pepe Le Pew. Do you like Pepe? You know Pepe Le Pew is?
Pepe Le Pew. Do you know who that is?
You know who that is?
He's a skunk that was in love.
But he didn't stink people up. He stunk them up with love.
Right?
He's like, well, like, so did you ever imitate stuff? Like, I imitated a lot of Saturday Night Live as a kid. Like, that's when I knew comedy was like.
I always imitated singers, but never comedians.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I did both. I did kind of both, yeah.
Yeah, I've just always been a character myself, and I would make up characters and be those people. Like, I pretend to be a newscaster, or I did a lot of role playing by myself.
How were you, like 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And because it was 10 years before my mother had another kid, because they had me at 15, I was my own play friend. I was my own friend. So I had to improvise.
Did you ever trick your friends into thinking you had a sibling? Did you ever go, oh, sorry, I have to go ask my little sister? Did you ever do that? I did that to my friends.
I did something stupid when I was young. I convinced this boyfriend that I had a sister and that I was twins. And I pretended, and because we didn't live in the same city, but he would come and visit me, I would pretend sometimes, like when I didn't want to be bothered with him, that I was the other sister. And I did that for about 8 or 9 months.
Like if you didn't want you yourself to be with him, you'd be like, oh, sorry, I'm Ayana. Like,
and I can't remember
her?
what her name was. It was probably Keisha or something around with Aisha. And
poor guy.
Well, here's the thing. He showed up at the house like unexpectedly because this was high school. This is how stupid I was in high school. And he showed up at the house and I didn't want him to be there. And I was just like, yeah, she's not here. And he's like, really? And I was like, no. And I was like, I'm her sister. And he was like, no way. He was like, she didn't tell me she had a sister. I'm like, yeah, she has a sister. And so I played it off and everything. And so he left. And then I started the lie from there. And so I pretended to be this other sister. And it was just really awkward.
And I have a question for you. When did Sean find out you don't have a sister?
He knew from jump because he lived like 2 streets down from me.
Did you try it on him, Sean?
No, it was just this other guy.
Close.
Yeah, it was just this other guy. And oh God, he probably hates me. Because when he found out, he was just like, really? Because I used to try to catch him in lies and try to make him date my sister. Or like kiss my sister when they were alone. Like I was just mean.
What?
Oh God, I was a full
like
character.
On the phone, my sister's gonna do
I don't know where I thought these cameras were, but I was doing a performance.
You're a Bravo reality show.
I was in a performance, I tell you, because he believed it for a while. He believed it.
When did he know it wasn't real?
When I finally was ready to like break up with him, I was like, I'm done. I lied. I was like, I don't want to be bothered.
And then you learned dating's hard.
It was too exhausting because like he was like, I became my sister was the girl he could talk to about me, so I had to pretend and listen to all the stuff that he wanted to say about me. and stuff, and then give him sound advice, and then turn back into myself.
Yeah.
It was just so much dang on work.
You're not a Gemini?
No, I was a Lamini. I was a liar. That's what I was.
Lamini.
I was a Lamini. Yeah, that's exactly. Girl, that was an epic performance. I do remember that, and I carried it on for a while.
Did your parents find out too?
No,
just busy being technical.
Yeah, I was just
we don't understand that.
Yeah.
We don't get that side of you.
And he would come, and I'd be like, "Oh, did you see my sister?" He'd be like, "Where's your sister?" He never saw us at the same time, of course. I don't know what it was. I worked Parent Trap. I was living Parent Trap.
Did you see the movie? Were you inspired by that?
Probably, because I always felt like TV always had a very important part of my life. And so things that I saw on TV, I always tried to make that my reality. Like at my house, we're like the Cosby Show. In my house, but, with cuss words.
Are you Bill?
I am the... I might give out a couple of drinks or two, but no.
You have a scandal later in your life.
So bad. It's so bad to me. But no, like the way that how they parented and stuff like that, they always had like something they made the children do, and it was learning, but it was also like, it was just real, and I just loved it.
Did you have to like math blasters?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was able. Did you have to do spelling games?
Yes.
Like Mario teaches typing or Mavis Beacon?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Did your parents work at Intel?
No, Honeywell.
Oh my god.
My dad worked at
I have
Honeywell
so
for
much
like almost
relation
20
to
years. He worked at Honeywell, and my mom, she did. She was gonna be a doctor, but then she decided to be a teacher. So
is she glad she went that route?
Oh yeah, I think she is. My mom loved children, but she loves the children because she works with them. But I think if she didn't have as many children at the time as she did, she would have went on and been a doctor. But she raised
a pediatric doctor.
No, I think my mom would have been a surgeon.
Okay.
She loved blood and all that.
She's a Halloween lady.
Yeah, like
she loves scary movies. Very into scary movies.
She does. I don't. I'm not into them because unless it's a movie that can't really happen. Like there's no such thing as a talking doll, so I'm not scared of Chucky
or Poltergeist, the clown that moves, or
or anything like that. But if it's a scary movie that can actually happen, like people coming to your door, kidnapping you, taking you somewhere, and doing things to you, those I don't like to watch because that's real.
Yeah. The psychological ones, like The Ring, kind of scared me. Did that scare you?
Yes.
I don't know why. I'm like, no one's going to come out of my TV, right?
Girl, I was scared for like years. I just turned the whole TV off and like turn it around toward the wall.
Turn your phone off.
Because I'm from Louisiana, so there's that kind of stuff is on the table. People coming out of the ground and everything else. Voodoo. It's just... Really?
And also the graves are above the ground.
Yep.
I've seen
all the graves are above the ground.
In New Orleans, I like how like the streetcar, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The trolley.
The trolley.
The streetcar has just a stop. It says like what? Graveyard cemeteries.
Yep.
Just a cemetery stop. And like there's just the corner of all of them. And I'm like, which one do I want to check out?
And the thing is, because of the reason why they do that is because it rains so much and the ground is so wet underneath that it'll shift. Coffins will come right out the ground. Well, I've seen that my whole life.
Have you seen skeletons come out of the ground?
Not skeletons, because they put them in coffin. Yeah. Unless somebody killed somebody and buried them, there shouldn't be a reason why I should see bones coming out the ground. This ain't Thriller.
I'm thinking, do coffins last through decades? They do? Okay, the lacquer. How do they last so long?
I have no clue, but if I die and Sean die like a few years later, just dig me up and put him in there with me. Don't buy another coffin. I'm almost gone. Like I'm probably ashes by then. Just put him right on top. Okay. In the coffin. Like open it back up, put him back in there. I don't know why they don't do that now. I don't need an extra coffin.
Yeah. Because now they have like little like cabinets. Like, here's another coffin. I'm like, another coffin.
I'm like, why do we have so many of these? I don't even need
paying for the marble.
Yeah.
Or the moratorium. What is it called? I don't know. They have like
mortuary or I know what you're talking about.
The building of just stuff. Like a Game of Thrones situation. Yeah. Of like a cavern. Yeah. I'm listening to the audiobooks. I haven't watched it yet. I watched clips. I know some people are.
What?
I know. I'm on book 2. I'm doing the audiobook. The audiobook's really good.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll read Harry Potter if you get into Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah.
I will read Harry Potter.
So I know I gotta watch it.
Malachi likes Harry Potter.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Because
he would.
Malachi I could tell.
Is a nerd. We know.
I thought Malachi we did the Star Wars promo for your show, and August and Diva Danielle.
Yep.
And who else was on that one?
Gene?
Gene, okay.
Yep.
I was thinking of him.
Gene.
That was a fun video. I'm sorry you weren't there. Did you see the Star Wars video, Moriah?
With Malachi dancing?
He was just
you were like, he seemed shorter. I'm like, he's getting bigger.
Like, that's him in that video.
Yeah, that's Malachi.
Him singing. So Malachi sang Babyface. I don't know.
No, that was Luther Vandross.
Oh,
Everybody is calling him Babyface because he sounds more like a babyface, but he sung the heck out of that song for me. I'm so happy.
I can't believe he's already. I thought he was like your other son. I'm like, which son is this?
Like I got so many girls, and they all look alike. All of them.
I have triplets,
and all of them are M's. I have Malachi. He's 15. Matthew is 12. Micah is 8, and Moriah is 6.
Do you like the M names? What's your middle name?
What's your middle name?
Oriana.
She has 2. All of my kids have 2 middle names.
Oh, wow.
So it's Ariana Dene.
Oh, wow. Do you like having 2 middle names, or has it made life difficult in school?
I like having 2 names.
I agree. Mine's too short.
It's not that long because it's only 4.
And the reason why she has Ariana Dene is because, like, I'm in a blended split family or whatever. Like, my parents had me at 15. Then they both got married to other people and had different families. So I'm the only kid by my mom and my dad.
Oh, wow.
So what I did was with my last child, which is Moriah, I blended my sisters on both sides, on each side of my families, their middle names.
Oh.
So I have a sister, her middle name is Ariana, and my youngest sister on my mother's side is Dene. So that's how I put both of my families together in one.
And then the boys, do they have 2 middle names as well?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Because I said when they walk down the graduation thing, I want them to have the longest time.
I want a long, yeah.
So I was like Malachi, Nathaniel Dwayne Mills, and then Matthew Josiah Deshaun Mills. All of them have M and D's. And then Micah Armani DeRay.
I like that one.
Yeah. I went to Vegas and I saw these, I went to like I guess it was kind of like a runway model show, and the guys were in Armani suits, and I was pregnant at the time, and that's why I named him Armani. And then my uncle, who passed away today, this is the anniversary of his death today, so Mother's Day has been
Congratulations!
Thanks for dying today, But his name was Donald Ray, and so my youngest son has his middle name D. Ray.
Oh.
Because my uncle didn't have any kids. He raised me with my grandmother and my aunt.
Was he a comedian?
No, but he should have been. Holy crap!
Single life is perfect.
Holy crap! My uncle would have been a hell of a comedian if he would have did that.
What did he do? Was he an engineer?
He was an alcoholic, girl.
Oh,
that was
okay.
it.
Well, that's perfect. Like
that was it. He was handicapped. He had got hit by 2 cars. Now it was already one thing you got hit by a car, but then a couple of years later you get hit by another car. I think he was just jumping in front of them damn things. But
because he was just like sad and drunk, right?
No, he wouldn't even. He would ride his bicycle and wouldn't get out the street. And
stuff
like that. One time it was dark outside, so he just got hit. Like they just hit him and left him in the dirt.
Did he die from that?
No, girl, he just died because he was old and wouldn't stop smoking and drinking. And he was just like, he said, if I'm going to go the way I want to. So he would not listen to anybody. And Gray just died.
He sounds like a cool guy, though.
Oh, God,
he wasn't violent.
Best.
Drunks.
Nope.
Ooh,
nope.
I have markers.
And he would, I would always ask him, like when we were younger, they had the AT&T thing where they used to have you call, collect.
Yeah.
And he would stutter all the time and stuff like that. And I used to make him mad because I'd be like, Uncle Don, what's the code? He'd be like, oh, shit, it's a CLRLOME. Because he'd get confused. He'd be like, it's CLS and SM and then a T. And I'd be dying laughing.
There's like more vowels in there.
Oh, God, he'd be adding so much stuff. And we would be dying because, he had that alcoholic sound. So he was just, it's CLR shit. He tried to say it again.
CLR? Like the stuff that you use the silver cleaner?
He would say everything but COLLECT. He could not spell collect. He could not spell it. If you spelled it in front of him, he still couldn't say it.
Did you ever deny it? When someone calls collector, do you accept the charges? Did you ever go, no?
Look, my grandma was like, you better not accept nothing. Like, because at that time, my
get
grandma
charged,
was,
right?
Yeah.
Was it like 10 cents a minute?
I can't remember.
It's too much.
It was like, oh, man.
It's a cell phone bill.
God, it was so long ago. But that was like the highlight of my moment.
Oh, I've had an aunt who's just been in prison for marijuana, which is probably cocaine, probably meth.
Probably.
She did pick at her face. But no, she's good now.
Shout out to the mess who don't pick in their face.
I mean, I pick at my face. Am I on meth? I'm not even on meth and I pick at my face. Like,
oh my God.
Is that just...
Oh my God.
Maybe meth would cure my picking on my face.
Oh my God, I'm writing that down. Shout out to the meths that don't pick in their face.
Yeah, because they're conscious enough about their beauty. Well, okay, what's your favorite... This is going to be non-comedy. I might get her some markers. We're almost done.
Yeah,
but what's your favorite murder you've seen on the forensic shows? I had this question because I thought it would be appropriate. I don't even know why.
Let's see. Oh, my favorite one? Does it have to be solved?
No.
Okay.
I like Unsolved Mysteries, the show.
Oh gosh, I love all
Rescue
of that
911.
because it teaches you how to hide a good body. My favorite murder that I have seen. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. It's so terrible.
Oh, it's good. Everyone loves it. Say
it. Okay. Was one where the girl was walking down the street and no, that's horrible, Aisha. That can't be your favorite. Like, think
if it is, think about it. But if it is, it's fine. I want to hear it. I'm interested now.
Oh God,
I'm so interested.
Right. Okay. So she was found in an abandoned building, and the building was on her route to work. And she walked 2 miles to get to work, like to a bus stop to get to work. But they found her like midway. They caught her on camera walking, but like 2 minutes away from where they found her. So it was off camera, so they didn't see who followed her, who found her.
Convenient.
Right?
It's like they knew.
But her cell phone ended up at her job.
What?
Yes. Now she had a boyfriend at home that she had left at home. And he said that usually he walks the 2 miles with her to work, and he didn't that day. Come to find out, she was cheating on him with the dude at work, but the dude at work didn't kill her either. So neither one of her boyfriends, not her side piece or her real boyfriend, killed her. Nobody still knows who killed her, but they found the cell phone, the cell towers pinged the cell phone days after her murder back at her job where the boyfriend worked at. The
Do you think he saw it on the ground and just took it away from?
They couldn't find out who did. They still haven't solved it yet. But it was my favorite murder because
I'm confused.
yeah, it was my favorite murder because it was like in a hoarder's house is where they found her, and I think that's what intrigued me more because I was like, oh God, she died.
Was it a hoard? They hoard bodies or just hoard stuff?
No, it was like a hoarder's house. Like somebody
it
was just so much stuff. Like it looked like a circus threw up in there. And so I don't know why that's my favorite murder, but that is so terrible that I think that it is. It's not solved. I think about it all the time. And then I'm like,
you want to solve it?
I want to solve it. So I'm like, somebody knows where this girl is. And to me, I know it was somebody at her job because how did her dang on cell phone get to her job 2 days after she was dead?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's when I'm like, somebody knew where she worked.
Unless her body was picked up and somebody saw the cell phone and they looked in it and they're like, oh, she works here.
Now here's
what it is lost and found.
Here's what I think. I think because she walks the 2 miles to get to the bus stop, and the bus stop takes everybody to work. Like it's like one of the little work vans or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was the driver of the work van because he'd be the only person who knows her route, knows that she walks.
Is it a 6 a.m. walk? Like what time?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, she got
morning?
out. Yeah, she gets out walking at like 4 something in the morning.
Sure.
So he knows where she works. He's the only person that goes back to her job but doesn't have to actually work. Because the only reason why the side piece, got released was because on his timestamps, he wasn't there the times that the phone was saying that it was there.
Okay.
So he was out of it. The boyfriend proved that he was at home asleep. So I think it was.
What's the motivation of the bus person or the driver?
Nobody, because when I watched it on Cold Case Files or whatever, nobody ever mentioned the driver of this van that she was having to have to walk to.
I wonder what the motivation.
Why didn't they think it?
But what would be his motivation? Like I think of drivers as neutral, meaning they don't know what's going on.
I think he did it, girl.
If it's a limo or Rolls Royce driver, I would think they would know. If it's your personal driver, they would know.
And she was going to a temp agency, so he was the van driver of the temp agent.
Oh.
I think the van driver did it, but they never talked about it.
Maybe he wanted her, but he knew he couldn't have her, so he killed her?
Yes. Because after they got cold with the side piece and the boyfriend, that's how it got unsolved. Like, of course they can't tell you everything they have leads on.
Yeah.
But I was like, why didn't anybody mention the guy that picks her up in the van pool that takes her to the dang on job that links her right to where she's gonna be, or at least know her route, and it links back to her job. So yeah, that's my favorite.
I'm thinking
because I think I solved it. That's why it's my favorite. It's not because of what happened to her, poor dear girl, but
I think that's why that's my favorite. Because in my head, I feel like I've solved that. I feel like
But consider
I
this,
did.
Aisha. Remember the baseline killer?
Yes.
They're just killing random people. And on the previous podcast, there's the Stapley killers, too, that they thought was the baseline killer.
Mm-hmm.
And the Stapley killers killed somebody that I went to high school with. So it's weird. 2006, yeah. Like, I didn't really know her that well, but she was out walking one night.
You knew she was alive, hell.
Yeah, well, when I
And
saw
now
it,
she's
I'm like,
not.
oh, she went to my high school. Okay. But the baseline killer, I'm thinking of the baseline killer, killed random people at bus stops, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So what if it wasn't one of those things where it's just a murdering spree that happened over several months? It wasn't that? They know that?
They didn't reveal that
there's
part.
really no motivation for that other than they probably like killing, they just like...
And it was just, and they did what they did to her, this person did, and then they threw her in the abandoned building. So it happened outside the abandoned building, but then they found like this hole that goes underground that was a part of the house, and they threw her in there. And her mom and her brothers are the ones that found her, because after the police stopped looking for her, they just walked the route that she walked, because she walked the same route. They found her purse.
Okay, that sucks.
Now, how they found her purse at this hoarder's place, because you know what hoarders looks like. You see the show, right?
Yeah.
How did you find her purse? Like, it's just so many unanswered questions. I think I know who did it.
Do you think that the person wanted to... Because obviously if you're going to kill anybody, they're going to put them in a lake or a house.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that person was trying to start a murder spree, but was but then just
It was
gave up.
snowing. It was winter. It was snowing out there. I'm trying
It
to
could have been
remember
on
what
drugs. I don't know. I mean,
I have no
I can't think of
clue.
the motivation. Like,
I don't know what would make people want to kill somebody, especially if you're not signed to the policy. What are you killing them for? You ain't gonna get nothing out of it. One kill, no money.
Just a
You ain't
thrill,
gonna get
a
paid
thrill.
for your thrill. Like, get you somebody, marry them, and get a plan. Develop a plan. Execute a plan, a timeline, and then let it pay you out. Cash out is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't just go around killing people and you ain't gonna get nothing out of it. You know what you're gonna do? Gonna go kill more people and be broke still.
Yeah.
At least earn the
and
income.
have it like on your conscience. If you're gonna get caught, at least you lived with some money. Right?
Start you a website and be like, I will kill for free. That's why I think murderers should kill people. For people who don't like, people who just want to kill themselves. No, let this person kill you. It's 2 in 1 bag. You want to die. They want to kill people. Boom. Build those relationships. Make those connections while you can.
Oh my God.
That is a match made in heaven, especially if you try to kill yourself and you don't do it right the first time. Like, you're not fit for the job. But I know somebody who drives down the coast to coast with a butcher knife in the car, and there you go. You get her with the butcher knife because obviously she want to butcher something, and you want to be butchered. And that's what I think you should do.
You know what I just realized? We should have a show. You know, remember the VH1 Best Day Ever show?
Yeah.
Like it'd be comedians commenting on things from a decade. I think there should be a comedian commenting on murders show on MTV or something.
I agree. High five on that. I agree because I think that's the kind of world.
Famous on that
that's
too.
the kind of world that I want to live in, where we each one reach one. Could you imagine you just go on the website? You know what? I just don't really feel like living today, but the way my arms hurt, I don't feel like I'm gonna make it.
Oh
and then you have somebody like, I really feel like
a legal
somebody.
hitman, legalhitman.com.
Yeah, you just be like, hey, tonight come kill me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, all right, then fine.
And then you write it down. I wanted to die by James blah blah blah, and then they're not caught.
There you go.
But then they get all the benefits.
It's legal killing. It's legal killing. Now they meet their need, and then
it's Kevorkian.
There you go.
But
and then you could sign up. It could have little tabs on the website, like how you want to go. Do you want poison? Do you want to be stalked first? Do
you want the thrill of being stalked first?
Right. Do you want to be alive the whole time, or do you want
is there
to slow or
Is there
fast?
a safe word if you bail out?
No bailing out. Like, this is, you gotta make the connection.
It's kind of like when you skydive. Once you sign away the waiver, that you won't hold them responsible.
That's it. See?
So why don't we have responsible for murdering?
Why don't we have that? That would work.
Well, then poor Kevorkian, he was like just, they thought he was terrible. He's died. What did he die? Someone killed him?
No.
I think he's dead. I don't know.
Is he dead? I haven't
Poisoned
heard
himself
from
with
him since
arsenic.
then. I'm like, just stay away from Kevorkian. They ain't wrapped too tight.
But it's weird how things that were kind of like, taboo are now like just normal.
Yep. Because you couldn't talk about killing people, and now I'm just like, haha, let's make a joke.
Some people just want to die. Yeah.
If you want to die, I really think that should be. Because there's people who want to kill.
Yeah.
Like, on purpose kill. Like they go out and do it.
Yeah. I know a murderer.
See?
I do know a murderer. He was like my cosplay group. And then he got caught. Like, he murdered girls 20 years ago in a canal and severed their heads.
What?
Like, he was 18. Like, I think he didn't like his mom. It's just, I don't know if he knew these girls. And then your warehouse story reminds me of a girl that he picked up. He offered to take a friend's friend home, but he almost drove her to his work building. He almost killed her. She got away. That's what
my God.
I think happened. But anyways,
I would ruin
he's
it
in
if somebody
prison.
kidnapped me. If somebody kidnapped me, first of all,
And you don't want to die.
I'm going dead. Like, to get me in the car, like, you know how people be fighting and stuff like that? No, I am going dead. You know how hard it is to move a 200-pound body? You better train.
I wish I was 200 pounds.
You better train if you're going to get me, because I'm going dead. And then on top of that, you're going to hate killing me, because I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of screaming. I don't care how scared I am. I am going to either play like I want to kill people with you so I can get you on my side, but like, you know what? You the person I've been looking for. I've been wanting to kill somebody today. Let's go get somebody else. So I'm going to get that and try to get out of it. Or I'm just going to be like, oh, you're killing me. Don't kill me. Like, I've rehearsed it.
And you're like,
yeah,
no, that feels
I've
great.
rehearsed it. I'm like, you think you want to kill me? I want to kill me. And then I'm just going to run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm a comedian.
Like, I'm just going to start punching myself in the face. Like, I'm going to go.
Fight Club.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going full SNL Saturday Night Live. Trust me.
I think
I'd be the worst person to kidnap.
I think a good preparation is the forensic shows, and then also going to the Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror, just going on those rides all the time, and then being like, all right, cool.
There you go.
It's not
Well,
bad.
I'd be like, hold on, before you stab me 77 times, spin around like with a baseball bat on your forehead. Like,
Is there a hidden Mickey?
right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be the worst person to kidnap. I would. Everything is a joke to me. So if you kidnap me, I'm having my comedy special before we go. That's it. I'm gonna be all in the trunk.
Invited.
I'm gonna be in the trunk making beats on the top of the thing, like boom, 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 gonna die. Boom, 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 don't know why. Boom, 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 gonna die. Like, I'd have my own theme music. Like, he would hate me. And then, like, when he opened the door, I'd be like, kill me!
Kill me! And there's like
doing a Broadway musical.
and suddenly like there's like cameras and like like there's
like, I'm gonna die today.
that could be if you ever have a comedy special. I hope that's your opening, just in the
God.
trunk, and then you're like, kill me. Wait, I have to do the show. Go to the show. Meet me after the show. Kill me.
That's what it is. It should be like, instead of fame, it could be like, kill me. I can't live forever. Today I will learn how to die. Pain.
Instead of fame. Coming soon. Pain instead of fame.
See, Pain, the Broadway musical written
Seriously, I hope you write that. I hope you write it. It's about
such a bad
a famous person who wants to die on purpose. I like it.
Yes.
Well, okay, so what's your social media? What shows are coming up, and what's your social media?
My shows that are coming up are on May 27th. I am headlining at Westgate Stir Crazy Comedy Club. I'm producing my first show ever, and it is called Screwed Loose, and it is on May 27th at 7 p.m. Tickets are available on Stir Crazy.
Price of tickets?
They are $10.
That's not bad.
That is it. And you're going to get 4 comedians. We're coming out hard. We're coming out ready to give the funny on that. So,
is there a drink minimum?
There is no drink minimum at Stir Crazy because they believe in people being adults.
Wow, go Stir Crazy. I did perform there for the first time recently.
I love it. This will be my first time performing there, but it's about 112 seats, I believe. Yeah. I'm already at 70 sales, so there are a few tickets online for that. And then, of course, my show with MPK, Michael Paul Cohn, we do Repent. Which
I want to be on that show.
Do
okay,
you?
I want to be on that show sometime.
Oh my God, I'm going to tell her.
Okay. I think it's so cool. You guys are so cool.
And on Repent, of course, I'm not Aisha. I'm First Lady Right Twix. Which is, I'm always playing a character. I really should be on
Twix, like the candy bar?
Yes, because, yes, I have complete faith in the right Twix. Left Twix is
That's
the
your
devil.
favorite one?
That's
favorite
the
candy
one.
bar? I like Twix.
Even if I buy a pack and it doesn't say right Twix on it, I take only the right Twix out of that pack and I throw the left one away.
You don't give it to your kids?
Nope.
Because you don't want that bad.
We're a family of right Twixers, aren't we, Moriah? Team right Twix, high five.
Do you also do that? You don't eat the left Twix?
We don't eat left Twix in our house.
I don't eat that.
Oh my gosh!
And for me to be just as crazy as I am, my daughter is just...
She's going to learn a lot.
She is. She's going to be a character because I don't hold anything back and I don't let them hold anything back. They can be whoever they want to be. And I'm good with that.
Well, I like the video of you
Be
and
nice.
I like the video of you and I think was it Malachi at the doctor or was it like
Malachi getting his physical?
Yeah.
Oh God.
You're like, get me out of here, get me out.
I thought I was gonna have to see his peeny. And
Yeah,
please don't send me those pics. Don't send them to me.
Oh yeah.
I cried. I was crying. I don't want to see my son's thing. I haven't seen that since he was a baby. Like,
it's weird how you see your kids, things, and then when they go older, other people see their thing.
And I'm just like, please don't let anybody be seeing his thing now, though. Just don't. And when he sung that song at his choir concert, he had guys and girls screaming. And when we got to the parking lot, a group of kids, they were like, I want to be your lover. And I'm like, looking.
Oh my gosh, like it's the 50s and he's a star.
I was like, quit yelling at my son. I was like, you guys, I don't care. Not today, Satan or Santina. I don't care which one of you are. Stay away from my little innocent baby dove.
He is, I kind of like, he's really cool because I think like awkward guys are funny. Mm-hmm. So I'm a Malachi fan, so.
Hey, Team Malachi!
Hey, Malachi, it's April. Okay.
And then Matthew is the one that acts exactly like me.
Okay.
Matthew.
Oh, so he's gonna go to musical. He's gonna be everything.
That's the 12-year. Yeah, he's everything. And then my other one, he's my flower child. He's just the sweetest little thing ever. He's still, I haven't figured out. Yeah. Everything is sunshines. He never has a bad day. Ever.
Is he Sagittarius?
Micah he's June 2nd. No,
okay.
Who's a Sag in our house? Malachi is a Sagittarius.
Oh, I freaking knew it.
He's a Sag.
You know when you have he's like really young, but I had an ex-boyfriend actually, who reminds me of the demeanor of it, like he's Sagittarius, and you know what I mean? Like you see it, and
I know
you a Sagittarius as well, like, I don't know, it just reminded me of him.
Yep, I know that guy, he just got married.
Yeah. So, what's your social media?
Aisha, well, for Instagram it's Iesha, Iesha .Renee.comedy. And for Facebook, it is Aisha Renee Comedy.
Mariah's copying at every.
I don't really tweet much, but it's Aisha Renee 6. So I don't know. I am pretty much on social media most on Facebook.
Yeah, she is. Definitely.
I am definitely a Facebooker. I don't try to do all the new stuff. I do what works for me. And I don't like Instagram necessarily because it's just all pictures. You can't really tell a story. And I
with
tell
your face,
so
maybe.
much. Yeah. Like I look like the same person every day. I'm just watching myself get older. So it's just
it's like a time.
Yeah, I'm like, it's depressing. But Facebook, I can tell you guys stories. I can tell you guys good things that are happening. I can tell you about comedy, and I can talk about my marriage counselor. I can talk about anything. So
and then you had that we gotta end the podcast, but you don't have to go into it, but the Red for Ed video, I watched that.
Yes, it went viral. Yay.
I watched that and it had like 900 shares.
Yeah.
900 something.
900 shares and over 35,000 views.
And Red for Ed, if you can explain it briefly, what is that?
It is the hashtag that was created by teachers here out in Arizona as a petition to the government to bring more funding in for education, support staff, and everything else to our schools because we weren't getting it. We weren't getting the promises made. So they walked out for a few days in order to get what they, get their demands met. And certainly they weren't met. But we did get something, but that it was not. It's still nothing. It's still pennies.
They're still gonna have to have 2 or 3 jobs.
Yeah.
I liked what you said. You said that this is so true. When you see a teacher you had when you were younger, no matter what age you are, you see that teacher like Miss Carlson. You still call her Miss Carlson.
Yeah.
You said kids still call you Miss Aisha, even though you're not teaching anymore. Yeah, it never goes away.
You're never
not a
they
teacher.
learn who you are. You're never not a teacher.
And they don't care where they see you. I can be at Applebee's having drinks, throwing them back, and I'll see a student. They'll be like, "Hi, Miss Aisha," and I'll be like, "I'll take water."
So even from the teacher, you're like, I need to act a certain way. You start drawing letters on the window. And
yeah, exactly.
Start want some crayons?
When they find me on social media, I'll be like, please do not find me. I'll inbox their parents, and I'll tell them to block me. Okay. Because my students were under 8th grade. So I was like, I do not want your students following me, finding me. And when I find out if they've been sneaking, looking at my stuff, I will phone their parents. I'll be like, I'm not appropriate for them, And what I don't want is for anything to go back to the district, especially at the time when I was working.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not going to pretend to be who I'm not just to keep this job. So tell your kids to be kids.
Yeah.
They can't watch Miss Aisha. I'm not kid appropriate.
I'm glad I'm not a teacher then. But I worry about like my nephew. And I'm not really like that bad, I guess. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Our email is pleasesendddickpics@gmail.com. Please send emails about, you can send dick pics, creative ones. I didn't show you the creative dick pics we get. I'll show you. This is just a full podcast. Send us like news headlines that make you laugh. Send us photos that make you laugh. It can be anything. And again, thanks for listening. And remember to, please send dick pics!
Bye.
He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand.